What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of my Hexagon series. And today, Toronto FC is going to be taking on both Philadelphia Union and the New England Revolution in the MLS. But before we get to those matches, we must go over how we've been faring in the league so far, as well as any transfers, waivers, trades, anything of the sort have gone on. As you can currently see, Toronto FC are sitting atop the league table, the Supporters' Shield table, which means they are tops in the Eastern Conference. 24 points through 11 matches, 7 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss. San Jose are the next closest, as they are 2 points behind us, and Philadelphia in third with just 3 points behind us. Now, taking a look at the schedule and seeing how we've fared since our last live comm about San Jose and LA, we haven't lost since. Yeah, we had 3 draws, but 6 wins in that as well, keeping our solid season afloat. Yes, we did start off with a 0-0 snooze fest versus Portland, but I guess you could say it wasn't all that much of a snooze fest, as both teams getting off 19 shots, 6 of them on target, just nobody was able to find the back of the net. Then followed that up with a 1-1 draw versus the Houston Dynamo. Zach Strand being the only goal scorer for us in the 56th minute, knotting it up at 1 apiece at that point. We had several more shots, several more chances than Houston, 21-8, and 8 on target to their 5. Possession was relatively even, but with all those chances that we created ourselves, I'm surprised that we weren't able to pull out another goal or 2 just to seal all 3 points. But we did fire off on all cylinders in the next 7 matches, as we started off defeating the Vancouver Whitecaps 1-0, the only goal being scored by a Zach Strand penalty. 24 shots to 16, 9 shots on target to their 7. Once again, relatively even possession, but all 3 points nonetheless. And then we came up to the one demolition match we seem to have every season, and it was a 6-2 drubbing of Sporting Kansas City. Tab Yazzie picking himself up a hat trick. Dave Jones, Andres Franco, and Zach Strand also getting in on the action. 22 shots, 11 on target, once again even possession. I've been noticing that as a trend lately. We'd have even possession with our opponent, but we take out more shots. Continuing the win train, we followed that up with a 3-2 victory away at Orlando City. Dave Jones, Zivkovic finally getting on board, and Zach Strand all picking up goals. Strand, though he picked up a slight injury, he was out for a week. Didn't really affect us late in the match, as we were able to hold on to the 3-2 victory. Even possession throughout, though we had a little less chances. Followed that up with a 1-1 draw to our rivals Columbus Crew. Zach Strand was able to come back from injury early, getting ourselves a goal for Toronto FC in the 19th minute. However, Columbus Crew knotted it up just past the hour mark. Though, just take a look at those stats. This was a big disparity, as Columbus Crew were really taking it to us the entire match. 25 shots to our 6. 12 on target for him to just 3. Noel Marier was working a magical piece in nets. Yes, he only let 1 go by, but just to hold the other 11 out was amazing. So we were only able to pick up a point here, but we were lucky to pick up that point. We got back on track with a 3-2 victory at home versus the Chicago Fire. Tab Yazzie, Zach Strand, and Haji all picking up goals. Haji, the eventual match winner. 24 shots to the Chicago Fire's 13. Just this time we were all over them. All over them in terms of shots and possession. It was more than likely going to go our way, but they were scaring us throughout the entirety of the match. A 2-0 victory not at home, but away to DC United. Followed that up. Andres Franco and Dave Jones picking up goals there. 14 shots, 6 on target, majority possession. You know the drill. That's how you win matches, and that's how you get points. And then the last match in this series was a 2-1 victory at home versus the New York Red Bulls. Dave Gatt, the lone center back, who finally gets himself on the board in the 8th minute, and then Zach Strand penalty in the 63rd is the eventual match winner. 22 shots to 15, 12 on target to just 4, and majority possession. So there it is. There's our surprisingly good run of form, undefeated since our lone loss to Los Angeles. And now, one more thing before we get to that, some transfers in, transfers out, waivers, etc. Let's take a look at the all transfers. Looking first at the outs, I actually brought this guy, Jeff Rodriguez, in. I had actually signed this man to a veteran minimum contract because he was a much better goalkeeper than Rottmeier. However, because of the salary cap, I couldn't keep him, and it really hurt me. So I had to let him go, and now FC Dallas picking him up. I think he is their starting goalkeeper now, and well deserved because he is a pretty solid goalkeeper for an MLS team, which is why I wanted to have him. But unfortunately, due to money restrictions, couldn't do it. And then also released Paul Whitfield, who I had originally drafted. He just wasn't going to fit in with my scheme, and he wasn't going to get any playing time anytime soon, so better to just release him. The only other player that I brought in was Jesus Ibarra off of a free transfer. He is a 16-year-old American center back, and of course, as you know, center backs is where I've been having the most of my problems this season. But for a 16-year-old, this is not a bad player. I could start him in my starting 11 today if I really wanted to, but he's going to get some training in the reserves. Just take a look at his stats. 15 strength. Just look at his physicals. 15 strength, 12 pace and stamina, 13 agility, 11 acceleration. Decent mentals, could do a little better there, but on the defensive side, he can't mark all that well, but he can tackle amazingly. 14 there, 13 on heading. He's 6'5". I do love tall defenders, especially, like I said before, attacking and defending corners. You know, get the head on there, either towards goal or away from goal, depending on what you're doing. But he is more than likely going to be a starting center back for Toronto FC once I start moving players around, because the starting back line that you see isn't going to be around very much longer. Obviously, Haji is a loanee, but there are a couple other players that I'm looking to sell. All right, enough of that. Let's get into our matches today, and Toronto FC versus the Philadelphia Union at Philadelphia, and they are looking really, really attacking, coming out with a 4-2-4 with two defensive mids. We're going to be sticking with our 4v1 with Maurier and net, Benchimol, Gat, Cordero, and Minnie Webster, the back line. Hamzawi would be the defensive mid. Yazzie and Franco would be the two center mids. Zivkovic and Jones will be the two wingers, and Zach Strand, the lone striker up top. So let's kick off, see what happens. Let's see if we can continue this run of form. All right, first match of the day is underway. Toronto FC, of course, going to be in their all reds, and already Philadelphia giving a foul right in a dangerous area. Rebound doesn't go our way. 2 minutes in, Cordero, long throw in, but nobody from our team's on the end of it. Hamzawi, though, keeping it in the attacking area. Deep cross in, and what a strike from Strand. Bottom right corner, Toronto FC up 1-0 before 3 minutes have even passed. This is going to be a good match. I can sense it. I can feel it. It's going to be a good match. But 15 minutes now. Philadelphia Union, good dispossess. There was a little bit of a harsh tackle in the box. Able to come away with it. They're still driving. Another good tackle. Got to watch out for those. Franco, good clearance, but Philadelphia Union still pressuring, still driving, still trying to find some passing lanes. Shots, but well over the crossbar. Just 2 minutes later, and this 4-2-4 is really coming into effect for the Philadelphia Union. They're really showing their hand in terms of their attacking ability. Long ball over the top. Decent strike, but it's well wide. Actually, the goalkeeper got a hand on it. Maurier getting a hand on it. Philadelphia Union still coming forward. Good save by Maurier. Now I can tell these boys, give them a little bit of encouragement. So far, that one early goal from Toronto by Zach Strand is the difference in this match. Now we just need to, I guess, amp up the pressure, hold on to the ball. Good tackle by Yazzie. Now he needs to find some space. Zach Strand coming forward to the right. Tackled harshly in the box, and that's going to be a penalty. Could also be a card for this guy. No, it's not looking like a card, but Zach Strand is going to be stepping up, see if he can net his second goal of the day with a penalty kick. Slots it home. Goalkeeper dives left, but the shot goes just past his outstretched arm, and 3 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals for Toronto FC. Not a bad day so far. However, a highlight from the kickoff. We do get it back. Strand to Yazzie. Playing superbly through the middle, and Zach Strand getting himself a hat trick just 2 minutes after kicking that penalty, and it's 3-0. Toronto before halftime even comes in. Already a first half hat trick for Zach Strand. Take a bow, son. You're doing amazing. Still, we have not reached halftime, and Philadelphia Union are pretty peeved. Good tackles. That was 2 harsh tackles in the box, and the whistle not blowing. No penalty for Philadelphia Union. And we are going into halftime with a solid 3-0 lead on the Philadelphia Union. Completely outclassing them. And I'm telling these guys I'm far from... that was an accident. I told them I'm far from pleased, and I need to rectify this. Okay, I didn't completely rectify this. Yeah, that was an accident. I clicked too fast and said I'm not pleased with their performance. Like I wouldn't be pleased with a 3-0 performance at halftime. As long as they can hold on to it. That's the one thing I fear is, yes, we're up 3-0, but don't get complacent and just let it all go to crap. Oh, another tackle in the box, and Zach Strand is going to step up and possibly make it 4. That was right on the corner. Ref blows the whistle. We are getting all the calls today, even though we haven't been getting all the shots. Zach Strand looking to make it 4 on the day. He does. It has been all Zach Strand. The Zach Strand Show. 4-0 Toronto FC. 64 minutes come and go, or 64 minutes on the clock, and Philadelphia Union still trying to look for their first goal. And there it is. They finally get themselves on the board. They've decided it's okay, that's enough of that. Now we need to actually start playing like how the stats show we've been playing. They've had 14 shots to our 5. It's just that all 5 of ours have been on target. Only 4 of theirs have been. Good up and down movement from both sides. Good dispossess, getting the ball back. Recycles it back to Marier. And the ball dies in the center of the park. Okay, let's make some subs. We are going to bring on Alexis Gomez for Hamzawi. We're going to bring on Jankovic for Tab Yazzie. I don't like that yellow card sitting over him. And we're going to bring on... Who are we going to bring on? Actually, I'll sit on that last one. I want to show my hand, and then all of a sudden, we get ourselves an injury. Jankovic comes on and immediately loses the ball. Poor form right there. We do get it back, though. Cordero recycles it to Marier. 15 minutes left to go in this match. Like it's firmly in control. Dave Jones bringing it up the right wing. Inside the Franco. He has options. He could have given it to Strand. Strand could have had 5. He could still have 5. Dave Jones whipping it in. Gets it back out. Throws it in the Strand. Strand has 5 goals on the day. Forget Dave Jones as a beast. Zach Strand is a one-man army. And with 7 minutes left to go, we have another highlight. Good tackle by Benchimol. Unfortunately, can't find a good pass. That was a wicked tackle. Or a wicked attempt at a tackle. Shot comes in. Marier with the save. And I think now I'm going to make the one final sub. Jean-Jacques Nerette is going to be coming in for Cordero. Because need a little bit more presence on the back line because they're getting a little tired. Oh, will Philadelphia get a second? No. Good save by Marier, and the ball goes out for a corner. 6 minutes left to go in this match. as Philadelphia are just looking for pride right now. They're just looking for consolation goals, since there's no way they're coming back. High corner comes in, stays in the box. Philadelphia threatening. Great passing movement. They're pressured out to around 25-30. Now they're going backwards, back over the midfield line. The pressure is taken away. Interesting stat line, as Philadelphia have taken 17 shots and Toronto only 8. Yet the score line just is all Toronto. Philadelphia now with another attack, getting it forward. Good save by Marier. I hope the rest of this match isn't just one giant highlights. Okay, ball goes out to touch, and that should end that. 1 minute plus stoppage time left. Philadelphia with another attack. And there's a flare going on in PPL Park. I don't think those are allowed in the U.S. Long ball forward. Can we keep possession? Ball gets ahead to Strand. Can Strand find himself 6 goals today? Well, not if the team can't pass like that. Once more, long balls forward. Marier, I believe he tipped it over the bar. Nope, it's going to be a goal kick. 1 minute of stoppage time left, and this highlight's probably going to go for the rest of the match. Zach Strand coming forward, gets taken off the ball. We keep it. Jones goes down. That's a dangerous position. About 25 yards, edge of the box. Zivkovic, free kick, master. Oh, but nobody can find it. He wasn't going direct. But it doesn't matter as we blow Philadelphia Union out of the water. 5-1 victory, and we keep our run of form going. Passionately tell them that was a very, very nice result. And it keeps us at the top of the table, keeps us at the top of the conference. And now our next match is going to be, I already forgot, it's been a while. It's going to be against the New England Revolution, so don't go anywhere, but we'll be right back for the second match. Alright, and welcome to the second match. Toronto FC versus New England Revolution. It will be played at BMO Field. Almost a sellout. A little less than 29,000 out of the 30,000 capacity filled. As you can see, New England is running a 4-5-1, flat midfield 4-5-1. We're going to be the 4v1 with a little bit of a change because Dave Jones picked himself up an injury in training. He's going to be out for the next 4 weeks. And we have a couple of our starting center backs and defensive mid back. So Alan Martinez is now taking over the DMF role, and Hamzawi is moved to center back. Fumasa is taken over the left wing, and Zivkovic moves over to his more natural right side. So let's kick off with this and see if we can continue this solid run of form. Alright, we kick off, and I'm not expecting a drubbing like what happened last match. I don't expect a drubbing anytime I go out, but we just got really lucky to pick 5 goals up, and all of them happened to be, from Zach Strand. And already, Alan Martinez, our returning DM, is now out with an injury, and I'm going to have to start subbing people out. I'd like to move Hamzawi up, which is what I'll do. Hamzawi will take over for the defensive mid role, and replacing him at center back will be Cordero. Benchamo already not looking very sharp. What is going on early on? Not very nice. New England are not playing very nice. Wow, and Tab Yazzi's now out injured. What the hell is going on here? Alexis Gomez is going to come in for him. Hopefully, those 2 injuries not very life-threatening. Not long-term. I'd rather they are not long-term. And we are coming up to halftime with, out so much as a whimper in terms of shots on goal. I believe I took a look at the stat sheet before halftime came up. It said we had somewhere in the range of 10, 11 shots. I don't think any of them were on target, though. Not happy with performance. Get your finishing better. You can do a lot better. And you can do a lot better. Okay, everyone's good. Everyone's nice. Let's take a look at here. We've had 7 shots on target, apparently. You wouldn't know because none of them were televised. So, yeah, we need to turn that around. First off, let's tell everyone to push forward from the get-go as we start with the ball. And hopefully this 45 will be a lot more eventful than the first 45. And already, actually, it's starting to be a little more eventful. Zivkovic, wow. Strand could have turned around his defender and taken a shot, but Zivkovic firing it into orbit. 57 minutes gone, and we have another attacking chance here. Gomez coming up through the center, passing it through to Strand, who does have an option. He gives it to Fumasa. Oh, no, not Fumasa. Franco. Andres Franco giving Toronto FC the lead. Finally getting a goal, breaking the deadlock in the 58th minute. I'm very wary about making another sub because there are players that aren't playing very well, as well as a couple tired players. Franco trying to get a second goal, but fires it outside the post. Now Franco at the corner end. Gomez, Zivkovic. Zivkovic picking that one up, and he doubles the lead. Toronto FC up now 2-0 on New England Revolution with 20 minutes left to go in this match. And I'm probably going to sub out Fumasa. Fumasa isn't looking all that solid. Zivkovic is going to move over to the left, and Mark Brown, one of the players that I drafted, is finally going to get himself some playing time. He's going to move in on the right, and we'll wait for this play to resolve, as it's more than likely going to end in a goal. Oh, good save. Great save by Maurier. Shot directly onto him. There's the sub. 10 minutes left to go. Probably should tell the boys to tighten up because stuff like that happens. Oh no, he was offside. He didn't look offside. The ref was still moving. So I couldn't tell if he was legitimately offside or not. But with 7 minutes to go, tell the boys to tighten up just so we can hold on to this lead and give Maurier possibly another clean sheet. But with 5 minutes left to go, there is another highlight. And I thought it was going to be for New England, but good dispossess there. Maybe we can steal another goal before the end of the match. Brown into Strand. What are you aiming at? Zach Strand just put the ball into orbit when this man scored 5 goals the last match. I don't know what to think. 2 minutes left to go. Good bully off the ball. We get it right back. Gomez throwing it forward to Zivkovic, who gets it forward to Strand. I'm very surprised the goalkeeper didn't pick up that ball, but Zach Strand puts it up, and 6 goals in 2 games for Zach Strand. He is a goal-scoring machine. 2 minutes of stoppage time on the clock, and with Toronto FC up 3-0, I don't think any goal scored by New England Revolution is going to matter at this point. They finally get one in. There goes the shutout. But like I said, in the end, it doesn't really matter because we've won. We're going to win, and we're going to continue this amazing run of form, which now we need to continue this for the next month, or not month, year plus, if we want to have a solid showing in the Champions League. So there it is, your final score, 3-1 over New England Revolution. Congratulations, boys, a good win. And there we are, sitting well on top of the Eastern Conference, 6 points ahead of Philadelphia. We're still 2 points over San Jose for the overall supporter shield. And we take a look at the stages. We'll find ourselves sitting in first place. Boom. So not bad at all. Alan Martinez is the only one that has a long-term injury. He's out for 3 weeks. Thankfully, Tab Yazzie is not out. Tab Yazzie, of course, being my best player. All right, so when we come back, We have the Canadian Championship coming up within the next couple of months. After the Canadian Championship, like literally the next week after the end of the Canadian Championship, will be the start of the CONCACAF Champions League, which of course we are a part of. I'd like to try and win the Canadian Championship just to qualify for next year in case we don't win it this year. So I'm going to do like what I did last season, in that I will livecom the entirety of the Canadian Championship. So when we come back, Canadian Championship. Will we win it? Will we secure a spot in the CONCACAF Champions League next season? Stay tuned, we'll find out. But until then, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.